Tony's Topics. What's happening, folks? My name is Tony. Welcome to Tony's Topics. So what do I want to talk about? The NBA, particularly the only game that mattered last night on Sunday night. Pretty much every other game you could have called in your sleep, really. It was just pretty much great team versus bad team all last Sunday, right? I mean, I can recap them for you, blah, blah, blah. Let me see here. It was just, I mean, honestly, it was great if you wanted to see your team play, but it was terrible if you wanted to see your team actually play someone good. So, first off, let me see. Last night's games. Taking a bit to load. Okay. Well, honestly, it really doesn't matter. Let's just get to the one single game that actually mattered last night. OKC versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right. So, we've been trying to find out if the Cleveland Cavaliers are really together now that they got this trade for Mozgov and Junior Smith and Iman Shumpert, right? And so, last night was pretty much the testing ground. If they would have gone in there and lost to OKC at home, it would have showed that the Cavaliers, as good as they are or better as they are supposed to be, still don't have enough of what it takes to win the whole thing. On the other hand, and I mean, OKC, I've already gone into depth on OKC. With the way Scotty Brooks is playing it, it's a two-man team. OKC has had they've had the same problem for honestly a few years now. All the players in the world, all the depth in the world, all the multiple scoring options in the world, but a coach who doesn't use them correctly and doesn't pick the correct ball distributor, which allows that team to be a two-man team when it could easily be a six-man team. Okay. But either way it goes, I don't want to take the shine off of the Cleveland Cavaliers first off, okay? Number one, I thought Cleveland might be better once they beat the Bulls. That was a big indicator. But you still want to have double confirmation before you go off on a tangent. And now with Cleveland beating OKC, they have shown themselves to be bona fide good. I mean, they're together now. We always thought they were supposed to be together, but now it's proof positive they're together. I mean, we look back at the earlier versions, and we saw Anderson Varejao at the center. You got LeBron, you got Kevin Love, you got Kyrie Irving, and you basically had Dion Waiters as your shooting guard. Well, Dion Waiters has been traded out for J.R. Smith, who seems far more accurate. I would say the accuracy seems to be a little bit higher, and he just has the ability to get bigger games than Dion Waiters. Okay. Then we go over to Mozgov. Honestly, Mozgov seems to be a far more beastly than Anderson Varejao. I mean, Mozgov's a giant. But the real truth is, the position is really brought together with the use of Tristan Thompson. And I'm glad to see that Blatt didn't blow it on this one and say Mozgov for 36 minutes and take Tristan Thompson less than 20. Instead, Blatt used his sense as a coach and gave, Tristan Thompson got 30 minutes. Mozgov should be getting like 30 minutes. And, of course, Kevin Love, who's the best of all three of them, should be getting about 36 minutes. He's the best scorer and best rebounder out of the three of them. But between the three of them, the power forward center position is locked, and you have an excellent front court. Then, okay, we already know about Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith. But the question was, who are their backups going to be? Well, honestly, Iman Shumpert shows that guy can really get down and play defense, and he can score the ball. And Dellavedova has been getting mad assists, excellent assists. So he's an excellent backup for Kyrie Irving. And, he gets the ball moving like a point guard supposed to. And Iman Shumpert's a fine backup shooting guard. So that brings us to the main position, LeBron James at small forward, which is secure. And honestly, I was kind of wondering, why didn't Blatt play Sean Marion as the backup small forward? Because I'm like, at one point in the season, Blatt was starting Sean Marion at shooting guard. Now he doesn't even think Sean Marion deserves enough minutes to be LeBron James's backup small forward. I mean, it's like from one extreme to the other. One minute you're playing him over 30 minutes, next minute you won't even play him 10? What? Either way it goes, I am so happy that the experiment which we call Cleveland is not an utter bust and failure. Because make no doubt, Blatt was about to take it. Okay, so that brings us, now that I've talked about all the great things about Cleveland, let's talk about all the messed up things about OKC. Yet again, we have And honestly, I just don't see how anybody can keep Scotty Brooks in position after all these years of great teams that, I mean, the Harden trade alone should have said somebody's not using their brain right. The third pick in the draft, guys coming off the bench getting 16 points, and that's who you trade? Yeah. So anyway, but I mean, it was like they got second chances. They got back Reggie Jackson, Perry Jones, and Jeremy Lamb, all of which can score all of which can score over 15 points a game, honestly. I mean, Jeremy Lamb is an excellent shooting guard. Perry Jones got like 40-point games and was averaging 20 points when Durant was hurt earlier in the year. But now he won't even, it's like now Scotty Brooks won't even let him touch the floor. Reggie Jackson's being played as the backup point guard, if he even gets minutes. But he's determined. Scotty Brooks is determined to play this guy, Robertson, who barely scores. Whatever. Not like I really want OKC to win it all anyway, because I don't. But again, I just hate to see an amazing team get played like garbage. It's just not right. I mean, and it's so simple. The rotation is clearly there. Serge Ibaka, Steve Adams, and Perkins. Okay, wait, somebody said Steve Adams was out last night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's fine. Why not bring in Perry Jones? I mean, you went to that other guy. You know who I'm talking about, Nick Collison? Come on, man. Whatever. I don't know what Scotty Brooks is on, but it's definitely not winning. That's my time. That's my topics.